they put the money together to get to the cap. In some of these, like all of a sudden you're just saying, screw it, Tavares, just take the money because.
Or you just under the cap and you just wait for McDavid.
Like I said to you guys when we went to break very quickly there, I'd rather them leave a hole and figure it out later than to try to rush something in right now.
Any Kane interest, Patrick Kane?
Like
I don't have any.
A small, like a
dash.
A dash of it. Like I wouldn't mind seeing Kane get a look with Matthews.
Yeah.
But is it something that I'm like, you gotta get? And
you just watched that Stanley Cup final. Like, maybe Kane could have another year if he's $1 million.
He had 59 points last year.
I know.
I was surprised.
$1 million.
What was his last deal?
He signed for. Didn't he sign? Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just, and again, I'm doing this because Taves just signed. But when I saw that Taves contract where it was like make up to $7 million,
it was 5.25 in the regular season.
Yeah, but if they win a cup, it's up to 7. So, but it's like,
is that what he got? I knew.
Buddy, if he just plays like 60 games and they make it to the playoffs, it's a $5.25 million contract.
Good agent.
Kane's was $4 million last year.
That's what I'm saying is, I don't want to pay Patrick Kane $4 million.
But I would take Patrick Kane instead of Max Domi. You move his money.
Yeah.
You know, something like that where it's like, can you...
you could have done that scenario with a lot.
But now you have no centers on the roster. It's like Domi right now is on track.
What about Pius Suter? Yeah. Pius Suter's going to make $4.5 million. He scored 20. He can shoot it. You know,
can interest me in that.
Yeah, you know, that's when he's 29 years old.
There's just
not fast, not big.
My entire problem with everything this offseason is that's like the one center that you'd like to have back on a really cheap deal is Tavares, and for whatever reason, it doesn't seem like it's going that way right now. We'll see how it plays out. The rest of the center market is terrible. There's no way to really pivot your D in a way that you're looking at it and going, okay, this kind of a shakeup would be good for you free agent-wise. There's just a bunch of wingers that you kind of like. Like, I like Riley Smith.
Yeah.
You know, like...
how about a league minimum deals? This Cole Koepke was on a good line in Boston last year.
Yeah, it's stuff like that. It's moves like that I look at and go, hey, can you find a good bargain version from this group of players? Yes, the Canes, the Mangiapanis, whatever. Guys that are coming in under the full market value because they would rather play in Toronto, whether it's a chance to win, make a little money off the ice, get a little bit more visibility, whatever it is. That's sort of the way I'm looking at it as a more holistic standpoint rather than me feeling like there's one target that you got to have other than Tanev because, like I said, more Tanev.
You know who is out there as a UFA is Leafs deadline legend last year, Luke Kunin. No, Luke Kunin.
Oh,
they can get him for whatever they want. Yeah, that was hot rumor. Hot rumor.
I've seen enough Luke Kunin.
Yeah.
Okay, so
where's Marner going?
There you go. So that is the question. So Marner's not going to be a Toronto Maple Leaf. Did you hear? So what is the most fascinating? What outcomes do you see? What would be the most interesting?
The most fascinating.
It is 100%.
There's no even second place.
Close. It is also he can't win if he goes to Florida. Like, I don't mean like he can't physically win. I mean, there's almost no way to win. If you go and you win the cup, you're Kevin Durant who went to Golden State, never goes, well, you kind of got one, but whatever. And if you go and you don't win, everyone went, this guy's toxic.
Yeah. Imagine they lose to the Leafs with him on there.
To me, it's a lose-lose.
The Thunder and then Mitch Marner eliminates the Leafs in the same calendar year would be too much for me to endure. I would say that, so Florida would be 1. 2 would be Carolina simply because of the lack of waiving the no move.
Yeah.
Because if he was to sign there, you go, hey, everyone understands that your wife was pregnant and that was a difficult thing to do. But you are, that's not an unprecedented thing that's ever happened in sports where someone's had to move when someone was pregnant and they had to figure out, like, you have the means.
Eddie Olczyk on our show got traded while his wife was in labor.
Yeah, like, I understand why he didn't want to do it.
Yeah. Totally.
I'm fine with him not doing it in that situation. I'm just saying that if he was to sign in Carolina,
it would come up.
It would be, like, pretty painful to go, wait, so we could have had Mikko Rantanen here, not just for that run, but also for the future. And it was all because you weren't willing to go there earlier. Like, think about how it felt for those of us of a certain age when Sundin did decide to come back and play in the NHL.
It felt very bad.
Yeah, it did. And obviously everyone got over that, and I think that we as a market overreacted to Sundin when he didn't waive the no move originally. But for a little bit there, it was a real tough feeling until he came back and won a game against the Leafs. And then it was like, things are better now.
Backhand top corner on best of class.
So to have it go that way where you sign with that team and it directly cost you a Hall of Famer, yeah,
Where do you think he's going?
Vegas.
What's the
I think
thought
Dallas.
process there?
I think that they get rid of Petrangelo and that they find ways to. That's what the Golden Knights do. And this is my whole thing with people who are like, well, you don't want to sign bad contracts because what if McDavid comes up? You're like, you'll just move off the money. That's what good teams do, and that's what I think Vegas does.
Yeah, I think LA because it sounds cool.
Ducks.
I guess to say he lives on the
Ducks
beach.
with Quenneville.
Yeah.
They're trying to be win nowy. I think he goes to the Ducks.
He's the
It's
perfect
14,
duck.
14.5 million. And they just sign
Go be
him.
the guy for the duck.
Yeah, exactly.
Either way, I'm just sick of it.
Wear those candy ass jerseys.
All right, Bunk, thanks for joining us, pal. We will be back tomorrow with Nick Kiprios. And yeah, we'll see you then. Thank you very much.